You may be an ambassador to England or France. You may like to gamble. You may like to dance. You may be the heavyweight champion of the world. You may be a socialite with a string of pearls. You might be a rock and roll addict prancing the stage. They may call you doctor or they may call you chief, but you're going to have to serve somebody. Yes, you are. You're going to have to serve somebody. Okay, boomers. Name of the song. I wish Jerry Blessing was here. That gives you a hint. Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan, you got to serve somebody. Hi, Jerry. Thank you, Jerry. I wish you were here to answer those questions. So, to me, that seems to be the essence of the scriptures today. You got to serve somebody. Last week, we read from the story of the Exodus, how Moses returned from his time with God on the mountain, only to find the people of Israel running wild in the camp. And Moses is so angry when he sees how they're behaving that he smashes the stone tablets on which were written the 10 Commandments. And he says to his brother Aaron, who was supposed to be the leader in charge, "What did these people do to you that you led them to commit such a terrible sin?" And Aaron says, "Don't get angry with me. You know yourself that these people are out of control. And they said to me, 'Make us gods who can lead us.' As for this man Moses who brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we don't have a clue what has happened to him." Last week we reflected on what we do in the absence of reminding ourselves of who we are and what our values are and who we are called to serve. And here we have it once again. Moses tells the people they have messed up really badly this time, and that they have chosen to worship a thing, this golden calf, instead of the God who has been with them on the journey. They choose to serve or give in to their fear and serve this thing rather than put their trust in God. And what Ron read today is this conversation between Moses and God, where God has had it. You know, I'm going to give you an angel this time. I am not going to go before you in the same way. And Moses, my goodness, he has not given up on the people. And I give him credit. He goes and pleads for them before God once again to God, who has been seeing these people cause destruction and pain to themselves and others over and over and over again. And Moses intervenes. He makes his case. "Show me your ways, O God. Show me your ways. These are your people. You told us we were special." And God says, "Okay." And Moses says, "Then show me your face." You know, Moses is kind of tricky here because God has already said, "Okay, I'm going to go with you," but Moses wants just a little bit more. Like, can I finally see your face? After everything I've gone through, can I see your face? And the word for that is presence. Can I see your presence? And it's translated, really, it means face. Can I see your face? A person's face, we know, tells us that that person is with us, that that face shines out of person's love and concern. And it seems as if God is saying to Moses once again, your face is the shining light that I'm giving to the people. Your face, your willingness to serve the people, is the presence that is needed here and now. Choose to do that. And it seems as if Moses finally is, "Okay, I'm here to serve you, God. Help me convince the people that I'm here to serve them as well." And then I coupled that story as we were reading it today with Jesus being pushed into this question and answer session, another kind of debate, a debate to try and trap him, to trip him up about who he serves. And we are way more familiar with debates and tripping up questions these days. This time, the efforts of the people around Jesus are to trap him into saying something that's politically incorrect. They're trying to get Jesus to say, don't pay taxes to Caesar. But Jesus, he's a master at this. He shifts the conversation. It's as if he's saying, Caesars come and go, but God's love is forever. And when he asks them to pull out one of those coins on which is the image of Caesar's head, he's basically saying, who are you going to serve? Caesar or God? You can give Caesar the taxes, but we give God our heart, our soul. Our very lives belong to God who has created and loves us. Who are we going to serve? Some of you will be glad to know that this is the end of our sojourn with Exodus. But haven't we spent these weeks really unpacking what it means to follow the God who brings us out of slavery into new life? Haven't we learned in even more depth what it means to be a community that trusts God on that journey? Haven't we learned that we have to trust the leaders in our midst and one another to be that face of God in the midst of our anxiety and fear? Have we not heard from Jesus over these weeks as well that we have to choose where we place our allegiance? And especially in times that are fraught with anxiety and fear, it's not the time to create golden calves or turn our lives to something that's fleeting. Bob Dylan went through a conversion experience right before he wrote this song. And he decided that he was going to serve Jesus. He converted to Christianity. And in this song is this question that's still fundamental, I think, to us today. Who are we going to serve? It's as if Jesus is speaking to the crowd that day and to us. You got to serve somebody, and that somebody is God. It's an invitation to declare our allegiance to God, in whose image we have been created as God's beloved children, and created in a way to give our trust to the God who, no matter how frustrated God gets with us, no matter how angry God gets with us, our allegiance is to this God who never, ever gives up on us, ever. Thanks be to God. Amen.